Let us also now look at how do you interpret the words which are used in a treaty. Now, when you look at the interpretation of words, these words may either be defined in the treaty or they may be defined in the domestic tax laws only and not in the treaty. So let's first look at what about the words which are defined in the treaty. The words which are defined in the treaty may either be there in the general definition article, right? If there is a meaning given to the word in the general definition article, then that meaning should be considered as per the definition. In these cases, the external aid to interpretation are not relevant unless the definition itself is ambiguous. But if there is a definition which is given for the purpose of a specific article, in that case, for that article, we need to consider that definition, right? The meaning which is given in general parlance should not be considered. But if a term is not defined in the treaty, it is only defined under the domestic tax laws, then in that case, which normally if you see the definition section of any treaty, it generally refers to the application of such meaning. It will normally contain a clause which will say that any words or terms or expressions which are not defined in the treaty but are defined under the domestic laws shall have the meaning which is given to them under the domestic laws of the country which is applying that interpretation. Right? So like I said, if it is defined in the treaty, in the general definition section, we need to consider that. The external aids not relevant. If it is defined for a specific article, apply that meaning, right? But if it is not defined in the treaty, but defined under the domestic laws, then by virtue of the provision of the treaty, normally such definition under the domestic laws will apply.